Hey, how's everyone doing today? It's HRDS Tech here, and today I'm bringing you guys a video about an incredible sub $1,300 PC build. And so let's jump right into it here. This build's going to be able to do pretty much everything for you. And here's the parts list right here. So let's just start off with the processor. So first we have the Intel Core i7-6700K processor. Now this is the unlocked version, so you could turbo boost this thing up to about, I'd say even 4.5, 4.6 gigahertz with a good cooler. It could be stable, and you're going to get incredible performance from this thing in single-threaded and multi-thread applications. It's run right now. It's going to run you about $300. I found one on eBay for about $300 brand new, or PC Part Picker says the lowest one is $348 on superbiz.com. I've never used them before, so I don't know. But yeah, for really $300, you can't go wrong with this processor. It's going to be able to do absolutely everything for you. It's really a great processor. And then now for the cooler, we have the Corsair H100i version 2 liquid cooler. Now I went with liquid cooling on this build because I really want to be able to maximize the performance of this build. And with the i7-6700K unlocked, we want to be able to push those frequencies up to about 4.5 gigahertz. And with this cooler, you can do that safely. And really for 98 bucks, sub $100, it's probably one of the best liquid coolers out there right now. And it will fit pretty well in our case that we picked, which I'll show later on. Now for the motherboard, we go with the MSI Z170 Pro. Now this motherboard is really actually very good for your money. It has everything you want. It has built-on Wi-Fi. You can do DDR4 at 2133 frequency. It has RAID support, Crossfire support. There's no SLI support in here, and for about well, $40 more, you could have done the Red Gaming Edition. But for this build, we're trying to kind of maximize bang per buck performance, and unless you really plan on doing SLI, I wouldn't recommend going for the extra $50 for the Red design. But for our needs for this build, it's really a great motherboard, and it matches our black theme we have going on here too nicely, and comes with plenty of USB 3 headers as well. Now for the memory, we went with 16 gigabytes of Corsair Vengeance memory. Now this is black to fit our build as well, and we all know Corsair Vengeance is high quality RAM, DDR4, 266. It's going to be fast memory, and yeah, there's not much else to say about this. 16 gigs is going to be plenty for doing anything from, especially gaming. We really only need 8 gigs for gaming, but since we went with the i7 processor on this, we also want to try to maximize our productivity performance on this build. So giving us those extra 8 gigs of memory using 16 gigs is really going to make this build really shine in productivity as well as gaming. Now for storage, we went with an SSD and a hard drive. We went with the 1 terabyte Western Digital, everyone's favorite. For only $47, it'll give you plenty of storage at decent speeds for all of your movies, videos, pictures, games, all your extra stuff. And then for the solid state, we went with the Kingston SSD. For only $38, 120 gigabyte SSD is going to give you incredible speeds for your operating system and some of your key applications. It'll be enough room to put Windows on there, or if you're going to do a Hackintosh type thing, which I don't really recommend. It could be messy and might void some warranties. So yeah, that's not for today's discussion. But yeah, so there'll be plenty of room for Windows, some of your key applications, whatever you want to put on there, Steam, Google, all that will be plenty. Now for the graphics card, which I really think is the star of this build, the GTX 1070. Now, this is, let's change that actually, because this isn't the one I want to use. I was looking at earlier, where'd she go? For $429, there was the Armor Edition somewhere. Oh, here's for $449. But yeah, so actually, that could shave some money off our build. Yeah, what's going on here? Okay, forget that part. But the point is, we want the GTX 1070 video card. Now, if you guys have seen any benchmarks out there or performance against other graphics cards, especially the 1070, the earlier version of this, or even the GTX 980 or 980 Ti, this really outperforms all of them. And at $429, which is what I found this for, ignore that price right there. And you can check on Amazon as well. They have ones on there for $429. Yeah, for $429, it's an absolutely incredible graphics card that is going to be able to do everything. You can even play Doom with this graphics card at 4K and get 70 FPS. You can play Battlefield 4 at max settings at 4K. You can play GTA 5 at max settings in 4K and get all above 60 frames per second. It's really an incredible card. And yeah, it's gonna be able to do everything you need it to, especially gaming wise. It'll be a blast of an experience. And for the case, we went with the everyone's favorite NZXT, except most people do the black and red, but I think our black and blue look here will go nicely with our black RAM motherboard and our graphics card. And this is a really great case that provides for some excellent cable management, as you can see in this photo. Yeah, here's the back panel of the case, where you'll be able to tuck the cords through the slots right here in blue and get them out of sight, and it'll allow you to leave this window open right here and get a nice view of the inside of your computer without all those messy wires in the way. And you can see right here is the air vent, which will provide nice flow to the fans here, but you still don't have to see the fan. So very nice sleek design, but still keeps performance in mind and allowing for an overall cool build temperature wise and excellent cable management. And it comes with USB 3 headers and plenty of fan slots as well, if you want to add some Noctua fans in the future perhaps. Although I don't like the color scheme on Noctua, but they are very high performance fans, can't deny. And then for our power supply, last but not least, we went with the 650 watt EVGA Supernova, 80 plus gold certified, fully modular. So I didn't want to skimp on the power supply in this build. 650 watts isn't a ton, but it's definitely going to be more than enough for this build. And you might even be able to add a second graphics card in the future, because yeah, we're only at 367 watts with all our components. So it really leaves room for you to expand this build, and that 80 plus gold is going to ensure quality performance throughout the years, and fully modular, it's going to make cable management extremely simple, and really make your experience building this PC as easy as possible. Now I did not add any peripherals or anything for this build because that's really up to the user, but yeah, so this is the general build, and I think this is actually probably one of the best computers you can build for your money out there right now, and it's going to last you a very long time, because I mean, if there's plenty of builds out there that are cheaper that'll use an i5 6600 or the MSI GTX 970 or a 980, and but I really think this is a build that will maximize your performance per hour, and not only that, but it'll last a lot longer than some of those other builds. So thank you everyone for watching, and please subscribe, because there will be plenty of content coming in the future with more builds, more pro tips, and a bunch more stuff helping you guys try to build your own computer or decide what you want to do. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.